Shane O'Mac is joined with me. I am Joe the Fan from Just Win Bets Baby. And Shane, we're going to cover the AFC East. But first off, we're going to cover which I'm predicting is going to be the AFC Division Champions. And it's not the Bills. So we're going to bring it up right now. My selection would be the New England Patriots, my friend. The New England Patriots, of course, you can see here that we have a total of, a few things here that we want to point out. They've got a Sunday night football game, which will be in Week 5. We'll get to that in just a second, but let's cover the first 7 games here. We have, of course, they start off with Week 1 with the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 1. Then they go away to Miami, come home with Pittsburgh, all 1 o'clock games, guys, as you can see that there. Then they stay home for the Carolina Panthers. They go at Buffalo on that Sunday night game. That's what we talked about. That's going to be a good one. And then, of course, they stay away from home at New Orleans and then at Tennessee. The way that I see it, Shano, it's, I would say...
I think that's a pretty favorable.
Yeah, I'd say 5-2.
Schedule. Yeah, that's a pretty favorable schedule. There's no super tough teams there. I think some things on the schedule really benefit them, like playing Las Vegas Week 1. They're having a new coaching staff come in there with Pete Carroll and company. Catching them on the early side rather than the late side in the season, I think would be beneficial. And then we went up to Week 7, right? That's a pretty, even though they're both away at New Orleans, Derek Carr just retired.
Right.
And then that Titans game, Mike Vrabel's going to be pumped up for because the Titans fired him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I see, like I said, I see a 5-2. It could possibly be a 6-1 right there. Continuing on the next 6 right before the bye, they come home after that 3-game away stretch there, and they come home. They take on the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons back-to-back at home, both 1 o'clock games there. Away at Tampa Bay, again, another 1 o'clock game. Then they go home on a Thursday night game. So it's that short rest from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming home. They host the New York Jets on that Thursday night game. Then at the Bengals at 1, and then home on a Monday Night Football, it's New England Patriots with the New York Football Giants. And then they hit the bye. So for me, I'm going to go again. This is another favorable schedule or a stretch for the New England Patriots, I should say. Maybe a 4-3, maybe another 5-2. So overall, a 10-4 going into the bye.
Yeah, you have a couple tough games in there, right? Like at Tampa, that's going to be a tough game. Bengals are always a tough out, right? So that's going to be a tough game for them because they can score with the best of them. So those are definitely 2 games I could see them losing, not easily, but could see them losing. But overall, it's a pretty favorable schedule for the Patriots, and I think they'll be in pretty good shape up to that point in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. We finish off when they have the bye. Now, this is a late bye for New England. They have it on Week 14, but then they go home on a 1 o'clock game, which could be pushed to a 4 o'clock. When they get towards the later half of that NFL season, they start to changing a couple of the dates and the time. Not the dates, but of course the times to make it
those
more,
flex games start to come in around that time.
Yep.
Based on when what division matchups start looking like and who's the division leaders. I think if they're both a game or so apart from each other, that would definitely be flexed.
Absolutely, and then of course, so they'll host on December 14th the Buffalo Bills. Then they go 2 away games. This is a tough one for them. They're going to go to the Baltimore Ravens, and then at the New York Jets, and then they finish TBD against the Miami Dolphins. So again, that could be a 1 or maybe a 2-2 right there. So overall, my prediction, as I'm calling it, the AFC chance, which is already at 700 plus 700. For them to win the AFC East is when it opened up. So I'm thinking 12-5, maybe 11 6. Maybe I'm drinking too much of the Kool-Aid there.
So some things that can go into that, right? So, overall, they have the 30th easiest schedule in the NFL based on teams' records from last year. Obviously, teams improve and stuff like that, but the NFL kind of hooked them right there. For Mike Vrabel coming in for his first year as head coach as the Patriots for the Patriots, but 30th overall easiest schedule. There's a pretty soft schedule if you look at it. I mean, they have some tough matchups, but overall, it's a pretty soft landing spot for him in his first year. I agree. Those last 4 games, I could see them losing to Baltimore. I could in the Bills games. I think they'll probably split this year, so they'll probably win one and lose the other. And then they have the Dolphins at home in New England, and you know how they fare in December, especially in a cold weather city.
Sure.
So I think that'll be a win there for the Patriots to wrap up the season. I have them probably around 10-7. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
But I could see them getting to 11 or 12 wins.
Yeah. So we're not far off on that. Let's move now.